In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader foundation drops. I'm going to be giving information about the product, applying the product, seeing how it works with other makeup, performing a wear test, and sharing my final thoughts. So if that's something you'd like to see, then just keep on watching. Let's find out if this teeny weeny bottle of foundation is worth £104. Here's a good look at my skin. I'm up all night breastfeeding and comforting my twins. I've got some weird red strange spots, postpartum skin. If you know, you know. This is how the foundation comes in the classic Victoria Beckham Beauty cardboard box. I went for the shade, and I just guessed, 2 Fair Light. I tried out the concealer. I got the lightest shade review coming on this, and it was a little bit too light for me. As expected, the packaging looks gorgeous, very sleek. It's got that Bader blue cap and signature Victoria Beckham. This is the Luminous light coverage. Paying £104 for light coverage. It does claim you can build it up to a medium. I'm going to tell you what the website says about this. The foundation drops with TFC8, so that's the magic formulation that comes in this very expensive Augustinus Bader face cream, very effective, and Victoria Beckham serum. I haven't used the cream for a while, so my skin does not represent what this can do. I need to get back on it. So it's skincare and foundation. I suppose you could justify the cost that way. It's luminous light coverage, claims to be a new gold standard in skin first foundation. Experience breathable serum light coverage with a buildable natural finish, powered by the skin cell rejuvenating breakthrough of Augustinus Bader's TFC8. Flexible in feel, this minimalist formula melts effortlessly into the skin, instantly perfecting while proprietary skincare actives improve your complexion over time. So just like the concealer, it has skincare ingredients in. You could justify the price if you're thinking this is both my skincare and my foundation. Skin elasticity, 100% of participants showed an improvement in elasticity over 6 weeks of use. I have baby twins. I'm not committing to wear foundation every day for 6 weeks, so I'm not going to be testing this, even though the clinical trial says it does. I think for a lot of people, this is probably going to be a kind of special occasion foundation at that price. Certainly not daily wear for me. 100% of participants showed significant improvement in skin moisture after 12 hours of wear. I can tell you about that. 97% of participants showed a significant improvement in the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles after 6 weeks of use. I'm sure it will if it's got the TFC8 in. I'll link my review videos of the Augustinus Bader products. They do give that expensive skin. They are expensive, but they work like no other skincare has in my experience. I need to get back on my skincare game if my babies will give me 5 minutes to do so, because it's really good stuff. We are advised to dispense a few drops as you see fit, apply onto fingertips, back of the hand directly onto the face, or an artist palette. Use fingertips or a brush to build coverage and blend, and build additional coverage whenever you desire. So it claims to be buildable. We are advised to use it in light layers with their foundation brush. I don't love applying my foundation with a brush, so I'm probably going to use fingertips and maybe just finish off with a sponge. I do not want this sponge absorbing the £100 foundation. Claims to have clean ingredients. It's got that TFC8, which is high-grade vitamins and peptides. Echinacea purea extract to help contour and firm the skin, enhancing the skin's natural plumping processes for a fuller, more youthful appearance. Spilanthes amela flower extract helps enhance skin density and visibly firm. Olive leaf extract is rich in bioactive compounds that promote skin cell regeneration to help improve moisture barrier and improve wrinkle depth, skin texture and natural moisture barrier. Jojoba oil claims to deeply hydrate and nourish effectively, balancing oil production and soothing any dryness. Helps reduce redness and irritation and promote a healthy radiant complexion. Glycerin and pentylene glycol are powerful humectants that deeply moisturize, help plump fine lines and create a smooth canvas for pigments to adhere better without settling into the lines or patchiness. That is what I want. A natural mica to give a light reflective effect to diffuse light away from the skin, minimizing the appearance of skin imperfections. Victoria says, we created the foundation drops for minimalists like me. The formula melts into my skin for a flawless complexion, nourishes with the TFC8 technology as I wear it. This is the first foundation that feels like nothing, yet truly does everything. Without further ado, let's give it a try. So I'm going to shake it up. It does feel very thin. Oh my gosh, I hope this shade is a match for me. And I'm going to dispense onto the back of my hand. Oh, she shed a few drops, didn't she? There we go. I think that is going to match me. So just going to dot onto the skin. Oh, I mean, that might even be a bit too light for me. It's very luminous. I think that'll be the mica. I'm not seeing much coverage. This might just be for those with fabulous skin who are already got a full Augustinus Beta regime. I won't say it feels like nothing. It feels like something. So I'm immediately seeing a glow. That shade 2 is seeming to blend seamlessly with my fair light skin. I'm just going to blend in with a dampened beauty sponge. Wow, it looks like my skin is reflecting light beautifully in the monitor. It hasn't done much to cover those red spots. If you're looking for coverage, this is not the foundation for you. So this has definitely enhanced my skin, but I'll be honest, for the price, I'm underwhelmed. The glow is beautiful. I am, of course, going to used quite a lot of this foundation. I'm not confident, again, that everything's going to get covered. It doesn't claim, blend a bit onto the neck, it doesn't claim to be a high coverage foundation. Okay, so smooth that on with fingertips. I am very glowy. And I'm looking at, again, quite stark in this monitor. Does seem to be quite a good match for my skin, for my view in my mirror. Let's blend this in. This is kind of 2 layers. Wow, it's luminous. She wasn't kidding about that. I haven't primed, I haven't been advised to. I'm not going to set this down with any powder or anything. It doesn't claim to be long wear, but I'm just going to see how the foundation works on its own. I'll put some Victoria Beckham Colour Cosmetics over top. I don't think this will build much more. I have a feeling if I put another layer on, things would start to get weird. Doesn't feel like nothing on my skin. I did put quite a lot on though. Maybe too much, although if I'd have put less, the coverage would have been so minimal. I feel it would hardly have been worth it. This is giving for me Latte's Princess. If you've already got perfect skin, drink your daily allowance of water, eat right, take vitamins and glow from the inside out, this might just enhance what you've already got. This is 2 layers, 2 generous layers of the foundation. There's no doubt that it's pretty. Am I feeling good that I spent £104 on this? I'm not. I'll be honest. Meh. I'm feeling meh. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pop on some of the concealer on my sleep deprived dark circles just to see how this builds, and then dot that onto the blemishes and pat that in. Seems to be layering nicely with the VB concealer, as one would expect it to. Definitely a your skin but better. It's very see-through. If you've got a lot to cover, don't buy this, although it has got that skincare in. So hopefully over time, you can have the perfect skin that you need to rock this foundation. I'm not feeling great about my skin. My skin's not great, but to say how much money I've spent, I'm wanting to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm wanting to go in with heavier products. If you've got perfect skin, this might take you to that next level angelic effect. I'm going to pop on some of the Cheeky Posh blush in the shade Major. Very high on the cheekbones there. Just trying to lift my face. Review of the blush is forthcoming. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you'd like to see that. That is melting nicely into the skin. And as if I need any more glow, I'm going to go in with the highlighter, which again, full review forthcoming. This highlighter is quite special in my view. Not that I need to glow anymore, but it does give that angelic sheen. If you weren't interested in the foundation but just wanted the kind of same glow, this might be worth investing in to kind of pinpoint the glow if you don't want the all over glow. It's really expensive, but I really do like this. Okay, so I've put some complexion products over the top. Again, not setting with any powder or setting spray because I want to see how the foundation performs on its own. I'm going to go very minimal with the rest of my makeup using VB products. I'm going to speed through that right now.
Here I am with my swag bag. I am applying the Instant Brightening Waterline Pencil, the Vast Lash Mascara, as well as the Posh lipstick in the shade Sway. Here's the finished look.
Okay, so I've gone purposefully very minimal there to complement the kind of minimal look of the coverage on the skin. Again, full review of all those items coming if you'd like to see that. I'm not happy that I spent £104 on this foundation. If you're looking for coverage, if you don't like a lot of glow, this is not the foundation for you. If your skin is practically perfect in every way and you just want a touch more glow and some skincare and you don't mind spending for the Augustinus Beta ingredients, you might like this. I think for most people, it's not going to be a day-to-day foundation. I will continue the wear test and let you know how I get on. I'm just going to look at some of these claims. Okay, 100% of people agree the foundation drops melts into skin for a seamless look. It does look like my skin. 100% agree. You get a healthy glow. I am glowing, that's for sure. 96% agree skin looks healthy and feels hydrated after all day wear. I'll let you know about that. That was a customer perception study of 33 females aged 35 to 66. I'm going to get on with my day and I will be back later on for a check-in. I have now been wearing this foundation for around 2 hours. The glow has toned down a little bit. I like the way it looks better. My skin is giving angelic radiance. It's not settling hardly at all into my lines. I've got the foundation and the concealer under my eyes. My lines are obviously still there. The TFC8 hasn't ridden me of them yet, but it's not settling into them. All my smile lines, which is what we all want from a foundation. I am liking this more. From a cost-effective perspective, this product reminds me very much of the Beauty Pie Superluminous Tinted Skin Glow Serum. A thin serum, light coverage, a lot of glow. This also contains peptides. I won't say it's an exact dupe. These are different shades, but here's the Beauty Pie and here's the Victoria Beckham. As you can see, they've both got a lot of glow. They've both got that same kind of consistency. Obviously, the Beauty Pie doesn't have the TFC8 in, but I think this is a really, really good alternative if you wanted some light, glowy coverage with skincare benefits, but didn't want to spend £104. I really think you'd really like this as an alternative. Same kind of product. I will keep going about my business. Oh, I'm about to head out. Just remembered, this doesn't have an SPF. I didn't prep my skin with any SPF. So I'll do the experiment just for today. However, in future, I would need to pair this with an SPF. I will do that in the future to see how it works layered over an SPF. I will see you in the future. I've been wearing this foundation for almost 5 hours now, and here's how I'm looking. It's still on. I'm still not too creasy. I am looking a little bit dry around those spots, but it would be churlish to complain. It is wearing really well. I said earlier I was going to try it with SPF, and it's occurred to me the trigger factor complex needs to be the first thing to touch your skin to work. If I put my classic Beauty Pie SPF on, then the trigger factor complex, it's not going to get to the cells as effectively as if I just put it on bare skin. So if you're treating this as skincare, it would mean you're relying on something like a spray or a powder to put your SPF on, and they're mostly for top up. So this would really be only for the evening, or if I was going to be inside all day. So for me, on a day-to-day basis, I'm always going to be wearing my SPF. I can't treat this as skincare and makeup in one without foregoing my SPF or using a less thorough application method of SPF. Really nerdy, but yeah. So unless you'd already used the Augustina Spada SPF, but then you've already got the trigger factor on your skin. Something to think about if you did want to wear this through the day. That's a little bit of a drawback for me, because half the appeal of this is the trigger factor complex. I don't want to interfere with that by putting the SPF on first. So for me, this is probably going to be an evening glam kind of a foundation where I don't need that SPF. Just a thought that's occurring to me. It still looks great at the 5 hour mark. I will be back for a final check-in later. It's time for the final check-in. I have been wearing this foundation for around 9 hours. Now, I've lived a lot of life since the last check-in. I have shed a little tear when my girl's nursery key worker said I was a good mum. I have had babies all in my face. I've eaten dinner. I didn't notice any significant fading until the 7 hour mark. That was with no setting. I don't think this foundation is meant to be set, because Victoria says she's a minimalist and she says add more foundation at any time. The 12 hour claim, I do believe my skin feels more moisturized. I'm not quite at 12 hours, but obviously it's got those skincare ingredients. I am not going to stay up another 3 hours just to check it out. We're going to go with it. It does moisturize the skin. I think if you did powder and you setting spray with this, you'd be well into double digits in terms of hours. So I would describe this foundation as long wear. Faded evenly, and I still retain the glow. So I'm really torn about this foundation. There's pros to it and there's cons to it. The TFC8, you heard my dilemma about that earlier. So again, I wouldn't use a primer with this because you're going to negate some of those skincare benefits, unless it was the Victoria Beckham primer, but then you've already got your TFC8, so why are you paying extra to have it in the foundation as well? That seems a bit extra. So how would SPF fit into the routine? For me, this is going to be very much an event, one-off wedding makeup. Pictorial if you're going to be photographed, although there is a train of thought that matte makeup looks better in photos. This is extremely luminous, and she does say it can build. I'm just going to see if that's true. My mascara has smudged a bit, but I have hay fever, I've cried, my babies have been rubbing my face. That Vast Lash mascara is really good. Is it building? Doesn't seem to rub in as easily as it did on my bare skin. Finish off with the sponge. Yeah, I definitely think that you can top up the coverage here. Again, it's bringing that luminosity back. Not going anywhere except the bath, so this doesn't need to be perfect. And this is just for illustration purposes. Although Victoria says she's a minimalist, I do wonder about that. No offense, VB. I'm wondering if people that are buying the Victoria Beckham foundation are also minimalists. In terms of my makeup collection, you might say I'm a maximalist. So for the people that like to do all the things, all the makeup things, Victoria doesn't have a powder, so I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish powder in the shade Fair. Now, that's taken down all that lovely shine. It works well with the foundation, and there is some luminosity there. So that's without powder, that's with powder. And then my favourite setting spray will hopefully bring back some of the glow on that side. It's the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love the shine this gives. It's brought some of the shine back. So it plays well with other products. Out of curiosity, it says build at any time. I wonder if this would build on top of powder. I'm getting a bit crazy now, but I like my reviews to be as detailed as possible. I mean, yeah, I'm getting away with that. So layers and layers, it doesn't seem like you actually can overdo this foundation. I've certainly tried. What I like about this, the angelic type luminosity and the wear of this, which is what makes me think I would be using this for those special occasions, parties, when you're going to be photographed, when you want your makeup to last. Cons, the coverage isn't great, doesn't claim to be great. So unless you already have nothing that you want to cover, not sure how useful this is going to be. You could of course pair it with a heavy duty concealer, but that's kind of going against the ethos of this, is that your skin but better. So your skin needs to be in a really good place, I feel personally, before I would be reaching for this as my base. Obviously the debacle with the skincare ingredient and how that works with SPF. Some people might find this too glowy. Some people might be off put by the price. As I said, the Beauty Pie Superluminous Tinted Glow Serum feels a bit, well, it's not a dupe for this because this came out first. I really like this product. I liked how it looks on the skin. I think this formula is slightly more sophisticated. If you are interested in this I think makes a really great alternative. Big pros, big cons. There's something I like about her. Now I want to know what you think. Have you tried the Victoria Beckham foundation drops? If so, I'd love to know what you think. If not, do you plan on doing so after watching this video? That's everything for today, and I will see you in the next one.